Welcome to the show, the first show of 2026. I think that's awesome. And Creative Universe Checkpoint Earth presents again a new episode. And this is the title: What Brings 2026 for Twin Flames? Aren't you curious? I am. Twin Flame Magic channeled. Embodying union wisdom so you can dance to the romance of eternity with the true twin flame with ease is not common as of yet, but it can be drawn from the source of leading edge spiritual truth that is accessible from the core of my union. We vibe with the master magician, and therefore I can channel from our co-creation that is also aligned with the consciousness of Arcturus, because our soul core, Hianitas and Selenitas, resides there. Today on the show, we have What Brings 2026 for Twin Flames, and we are going to channel from my union core indeed. And as said, the Master Magician helps me with that always in this kind of show that we have today. And we will be using a lot of fancy, cool oracle cards to make it all happen and to see what is to be experienced for Twin Flames in 2026. And let me for a moment explain why we have the possibility to become a paid Patreon member on this live show and all live shows. You can listen to it and enjoy it, that is fine. But if you want the content of these shows to spiritually work, healing on your union, you invest in the messages. That is how you support your union healing. Money unlocks it. And if you'd like to invest in your union, there is always, of course, also the possibility to work with me, and we can work out your union for you. That is why I am on the internet. That is my specialty. That is my work. So that were my words of introduction. I think we're just going to go to the reading. What can Twin Flames expect? Wow. In 2026. How did your year start? That's a good question. Let me know with a comment. Where are you in the Twin Flame journey? What's happening for you? Right? Is there an issue? Is there deep love? Is there a divine magical moment that creates a true miracle? Whatever it is, it can be a valid moment to feel deeper into that. And from that place of deepening into where you are now, have a sort of a prophetic eye, a prophetic vision of the future. Like, where are we going within this calendar year? What will be possible for you? Will you be going to your twin flame union? Will you be going to the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union? Because that is what it really is about. Because then your union will develop with ease naturally. Then you will be with your true twin flame naturally. Then your true abundance will be unlocked. And only then. It's about a consciousness shift. Will that happen for you in 2026? Or, I mean, maybe you're like, consciousness shift, whatever. Let me please resolve my current block with my twin flame because it hurts. Because I don't like it. I hate them running away. Can we turn it around? And we can. We can. With my help, with my work, with the tools that I have, with the space, the sacred space that I give you when you come to work with me behind the screen. But yeah, man, who knows? We can say something about what will unfold for you, for me, for us as collective watching here. What can happen? What's the potential for 2026? So I prepared a whole bunch of oracle cards, and I will be asking the master magician and the core of my union to help guide us through what the messages from the oracle cards are today about the rest of the year. So I do see the oracle card deck that lets me communicate with ease with the master magician first. So let's get it. And one card flew to the ground already immediately. So let's take it. Let's take this card. Akbal. The first message. Let us have a look in the booklet about what the message is. This might just unlock this whole question about what we will be able to attain in 2026. 46. Page 46 gives us a piece of what this means. Akbal, night, house. Well, it is very black, black and white. So I can see the night here. It has qualities, and they are conscious dreamer, abyss, mystery, sanctuary, serenity, looks within, place, a place where you look within. I think that's what it's meant here. Enclosing darkness, journey into self, stillness, dream time, dream field matrix, dream exploration. The symbols are the womb, the abyss, the dark cave, and the bat. Oh, that's nice. We do see in the card a sort of these black forms that do remind a little bit of bats. Interesting. Number 3 is important. Black is the color, of course. Let's see. Hematite, obsidian, smoky quartz, onyx, all kinds of black gemstones belong to this card as well. But the element is water. Be willing to examine how you judge and evaluate yourself. Embrace and follow your inner shadow processes to learn from their gifts. I am the darkness that is the light, and the stillness that is the dancing. That's a quote that belongs to this message from T.S. Eliot. There's an affirmation that fits this card. I pilgrimage deep within to the sanctuary of the self to garner the gifts awaiting me there. It has this whole feeling of the womb, where that is the creation place, that is the manifestation place, and we all come from it. When we were babies in the belly of our mother, that's a genderless truth. That is instilled in the beginning of when you were here on earth. Wow, right? And we all remember that. That physical memory is in our nervous system. It's in our body. And that is an experience of wholeness. We all remember it unconsciously. You can go back to that and feel healed through that remembering. But that whole physical experience and the remembering of it is actually a symbol for that you come from the wholeness in the spiritual sense, in the truth of who you are, in the truth of what you are, because you are spirit, actually, in the first place, not in the first place, a body. And that is also a beautiful first truth you need to implement for yourself when you want to have success on your twin flame journey. We talked about that before a lot in the context of A Course in Miracles, ACIM. And well, here it is again. Beautiful. The discoverer. Enter into the sanctuary of self, the arms of enclosing darkness. The tunnel, as you enter it, always seems dark at first. Enter the enveloping darkness of the womb of self. Sit in stillness there. The internal journey of introspection and the integration of the mystery has begun. Free yourself to look fully at your present situation from a subjective point of view. Receiving Akbal, the card, indicates gifts from going inside to the place of potential where all dreams, ideas, and possibilities exist. Enter into the potency of the Dreamtime Matrix where all things are possible. Learn to utilize this dreamtime where there is no distinction between then and now, real or imagined, dream or dreamer. All that you are, all that you believe, hope, and dream creates your personal dream field. In that field, there are no victims or blame. You are now attracting those elements to your fields that will create completion and wholeness for you. Well, that sounds good for twin flames, right? Because when you feel and experience and are fully one with your wholeness, well, guess what will be there for you? Your true twin flame, because they're part of your wholeness. Become lucid in life. If you chose Akbal, you are being asked to cross the boundaries of your growth edges. In the stillness within you, potent gifts form in the darkness. Be willing to embrace and follow your process into the void of seeming pain and discomfort to the place of the mystery. Sense the possible answers and receive the insights being offered as the unconscious reveals itself. Pay attention, especially to your dreams. Potent treasures await you in dreamtime, where the mystery of enclosing darkness reveals its face. The shadow of Akbal suggests that your focus may be too inward. That is the shadow wisdom that is possible for you too when you have this card. Don't be too inward and subjective. Yeah, let's think about that. That can also be the case because then you can't manifest outward. Becoming lost in the house of self can lead to feelings of sadness and depression. Give voice and vision to the shadow and the unconscious. Are you feeling limited by your own internal process or by a specific issue? Instead of resisting your subjective process, begin to transform it by fully embracing it. Journey into the abyss to find the positive intent of your subjectivity or inward search. Perhaps you have issues of self judgment that amplify your feelings of separation. If so, enter into the sanctuary of silence to explore how your present belief systems may be creating illusions. In this evolutionary playing field, remember that belief systems that are ready to be transformed draw to themselves the way through their shadows. Be willing to step into the unknown, go deep within, see what jewels might be hidden in the heart of your own darkness. Wow. The truth you find in that darkness often holds the greatest potential for growth. The magical child. I am Akbal, enveloping darkness, potent peace, fecundity of the abyss, deep, silent retreat, sanctuary, the womb of the dreamtime, the powerful cauldron of possibility, where all exists now. Dream matrix, where reality is created by the conscious dreamers, place of remembrance of the formless, sounding the great mystery of being in form, the stillness that is the dancing. I beckon you to merge with me, to go within, to free your illusions of pain, sadness, judgment, limitation, forgetting. That the gifts of release, the glimmer of light at the tunnel's end, might be yours. That the expansive vessel of the essence self might be raised to your eager lips, and your reunion tenderly celebrated in the sanctuary of my warmth, my darkness, my peace. Wow. What do you think of that? The potent space that holds everything already, in which everything is already there. In truth, you are already a twin flame that has a true twin flame that is only for them. You are already in harmonious union in truth. Now, let's reach that in the inner place so that we then also, as a result, can manifest it outside. Yeah. And in that great womb of manifestation, you can have it all. People sometimes believe that twin flames are meant to not be together somehow, but that's nonsense. They are. In the grand scheme of things, in the fullness of time, they are. And they will. So, what would be a better foresight for 2026 than say to yourself, and I can have that now? Because what will eventually be, I can also have now. Because I choose that now. Because why not now? If I eventually will have it, because there's no other way in life to come to fullness, to be who I truly am, then I can also have that now. And then you can be with them without them running away. And then you can build that family with them, to be in that love relation with them that is steady and continual. You can build that business with them if you want that. You can build this mission with them that is underlying on that business. You can have the romance of eternity with them now. Because what will eventually be, you can also call in now. It's that womb space that opens that up for you, that is a true possibility. Of course it is. So here it is for you in 2026 to step into that power and that self-empowerment, to allow yourself that, to allow yourself the whole of your creation, because you accept that it is already whole and true and waiting for you. And your twin flame naturally fitting into that. There's no other way. For nobody, there is anything else. That is how human beings are created. There's no other way. It's the sort of genetic makeup of what you are for everyone, but then on the soul level, you see what we just said, on the soul level, which is like more primordial than the body. And then it expresses in the body, but you have to accept that reality first. And then your twin flame will be with you. It will be your true twin flame. They won't run away anymore. You can build that romance. There's no other way than that will come true. It's how life is designed. But it was unlocked by the Christ Masters. And I was there when it was unlocked. And I got the secret for you. And I still co-create the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union. That is it for you with them. I still do that in 2026. It's going to be completely possible for you. Let's get a card from the Egyptian deck. I just shuffled and intuitively got this one. Maanoog. So that is the Dutch name for, well, it's a sort of a fantasy word. Moon eye. There it is, moon eye. So we see the moon and the eye and pillars. Mystery school of the left eye of Horus, the female path. Research if you have a fear or an emotion that holds you back in your growth. A fear, a feeling, or a dream will become clear. Idea for an exercise. Listen to the voice of your unconscious and train your intuition. All right. This card stands for the mystery school of the female path. Female, not because you are a female, maybe, maybe not, or because I am a female, which is the truth. I am the divine feminine in my union. But you don't need to be a female or even a divine feminine in your union. You need to be in the divine mystery twin flame school from the divine feminine methodology to go to your union. And that is what I stand for. That is what the mission of my union stands for. So we were in what we were talking about what is possible for you in 2026, that you can accept the whole, that you can go the whole 9 yards to your union by accepting that it is also the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union that we're really talking about, that you go into your inner space in that womb that already longs for you to be there and be sacred and whole and completely immersed there and healed, and then come out as who you truly are in harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state it is all about. And then it will be possible for you. But how will that be possible? Well, this is the answer. In my mystery school, in the relationship to what I stand for, in the relationship to our union core of me and my twin flame, because we are in harmonious twin flame union since March 23, I think it was 2020. So that's almost 6 years by now. And we're not only in a harmonious twin flame union, we're also building on a physical relationship very slowly in our case. And it's up to you to do that a lot quicker than we did. And you can, and I want that for you. And that you'll be able to do much more than I did. Absolutely. But we're also having the mission in our core of our union to have this divine feminine methodology twin flame school, mystery school, and you can enter that. And that is my proposal for 2026, that you come into the space, the heart space, the union space of my union, the school, the mystery school, the soul hospital. And that's where it all will unfold for you. That is the womb for you. I opened my union with so many media on the internet and with so many beautiful opportunities to go into all kinds of like activities between you and me, like sessions and readings and all these things in the school and programs and all kinds of things, so that you step into that womb. I offer the womb to you. That's what my work is. When you step into the womb that I offer from my union core out, that was sealed into harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, in co-creation with the new Christ masters on earth that are here to spread that harmonious twin flame union consciousness. And I opened our union and our achievement in that for you to step into that field, that space, that sanctuary, that soul hospital that hangs in the air in when you close your eyes in your inner space. And then you are it and you soak into it, and then you are it also in the outer world, because that is eventually and essentially one. But first, it needs to happen in the inner space, in that womb. And I open my union for you to step into that so that you can make it come true too. You know, what I did, what we did, what we're still building on every day, that you can do that too. And you can. Time after time, when people accept my invitation and they step in, they make it come true. Immediately, bam, there it is, their true twin flame. In 2025, last year, we again had students coming to me. And bam, there was their true twin flame. Immediately coming to them, stopping to run away, because they stepped into the space that I offer online. The Soul Hospital, there they were. And there was the twin flame. It happened again. Every time it happens for everyone that steps into the space. And I want that for you too in 2026. Let's see what angels of the 72 angels of God want to help us with that whole, with that, two angels with that whole endeavor, right? Because they want to, I saw the cards, so they want to help. Angel 44. What a beautiful picture of this angel with the, how do you call that? The bow, crossbow? Not a crossbow, a bow, and the arrows. Very feisty. And let's have a look in the booklet what this angel wants to say. About what we're all talking about here, isn't it? The name of this angel is pronounced as Yolahe, and it is God the Eternal, translated. This angel that is going to help all of us in 2026 is associated with universal protection and spiritual guidance, with divine justice, with military talent too, with fighting against adversity. It is about resolution of conflict, about victory and establishment of peace. And don't we all want that? True peace in our union. It is about the protection against injustice, the resolution of karmic debts, about self assertion, courage, and audacity too, openness and loyalty, success in enterprises, wisdom, and leading and helping others. Well, it does sound like it's very feisty. It's like a fight for true peace. At the same time, it's like almost two different worlds coming together in one feisty, helping, just angel that's going to help us. That's beautiful. Thank you. Let's have a look at the other one that came out. And this angel is depicted with scrolls, it looks like. Very interesting. Angel 51. Let's have a look what this wants to say and help us with. This angel's name is pronounced as Hey Heishi, and that translates in God, the impenetrable secret. It is associated with wisdom, noble character, scientific research, protection from liars, with health professions, medicine, nursing, neurobiology, and neurotechnology, with global and multidimensional understanding, is about true healing and about infinite goodness and unconditional help. The dynamics of the universe are known by this angel. Esoteric knowledge, Kabbalah, alchemy, and metaphysics are completely known by this angel. And it is associated with high souls. God, the impenetrable secret. So, this is really that feeling of the hospital of the soul that I talked about, because it's about true healing and the infinite goodness of true healing. So, we are going to go towards a lot of potential about peace in the justice of God, together with the angel helping us, and healing in the soul hospital with the angel that helps us with that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What a beginning of the year. I think this is really deep and like, yeah, what shall I say? Yeah, profound, profoundly healing with the, oh, wow, angel answers. And three of them fell on my table. So let's have a look at them. This one fell first. A year from now. Well, I think this is confirmation that we're talking about this year, 2026. A year from now, the year is over. So it's like we're talking about what we're gonna accomplish this year, what the potential is for this year, and then the year is over and more comes afterwards, of course. Let's have a look what the other were that just jumped out. Not the right time and unlikely. Well, that's interesting. But I most of the time I feel that there are things for which it is not the right time. There are things that are unlikely to happen. And so there is a force of something is also stopping. And that is not bad, because to progress on the inner healing for true twin flames, to go to the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union that it is all about, you need to also be able to stop things in your inner world and thus also in your outer world as a secondary consequence also. You need to be able to cleanse your soul, to redirect your direction in life, to go to the true thing, to go to the true twin flame, to go to the true healing. There are also no's on that path. And that is normal, because the no's, they tell you that when you go to the no in that specific situation or question or whatever you have in front of you, you will be redirected by God when you step into the soul hospital of 2026 with me here. God will redirect you to your ultimate yes of your eternal twin flame union. You understand? So these are very good happenings. They can be very good happenings when there's a no, when there's a stop, when there's a redirection. Because that means that what it is not will fall away from you. And then what it is will remain. And you are already in truth, but how we talked about that, in your harmonious twin flame union with your true twin flame. There are just all these things around it that yet have to fall off of you so that it can be revealed in the inner and the outer world that you indeed are in harmonious twin flame union with your true twin flame. And that will be the end of that little healing process that consists of the falling away of what it is not. So that's a lot of the time what I feel with that we get, like the cards that say no or not yet or something like that. I have a new deck. It's going to be awesome. Let's get one of those, but it's a little far away. What about that? It's a large table and stretches out all these decks. Oh, I saw one. I think it was this. Number 21. They're all pictures of how do they call that? How do they call that? Well, all kinds of beautiful pictures. I just lost the word of that. Fractals. Now I have it. They're all fractals, if you know what that is. Card 21. You saw it. Let's have a look at what it's called and what it is about. 2026 for Twin Flames. Receiving. Energetically, you will start to attract loving people that can help you on the way in your life. Well, that could be me for you. These people support you emotionally and spiritually so that you can be in your own value and you can see your own value in the world and feel it too through that relationship. And think about that you have so much positive influence in your life through these people and that it is mutual. So it is very important to receive from God, but also from people. God sends people all the time. Mutual growth and understanding can only come to you when you start to actually receive. Did you know that receiving is one of the biggest blocks that I see all the time with my twin flame union students? Well, actually, the disability to receive, that people can't receive. When you can't receive, but you want to be together with your true twin flame in harmonious union, in peace, in harmony, build that love relationship, have that romance, unroll, unfold forever after, have that mission that makes you feel so purposeful and that makes money roll to you as well, etc., and everything that you need and long for as well. Then you need to receive. And then you need to be able to receive. Yeah. That's a prerequisite. Because otherwise, well, maybe it is just standing in front of your door, knocking on the door of 2026, knocking on the door of 2026 all day long, all week long, all month long, all 12 months long, and you're just not opening the door, then it's in vain. All that twin flame abundance, the twin flame love, the divine secret that you could receive to unlock your eternal romance is knocking on your door in 2026 Are you opening? Right? Are you receiving it? Or do you just let it stand outside in the cold? That's a big question. And it's one of the main reasons that people don't go to their twin flame union, because they can't receive the actual thing, the actual voluptuous, sensual, beautiful love that springs from what twin flame union really is at the core. You need to receive it. If you can't receive, it won't come to you because you hold it back. But that is good news, because when you can see that, you can do something about it. And that's the start. All right, so, and now I got a card from the Divine Abundance deck. Ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. Well, what a card. It couldn't be more fitting, couldn't it? Could it? After what we just discussed. So God will help you to get into this space. This is the right space, the ease of receiving. Let God help you to go there in 2026. And is there also some news from the mission front? You know, that is really something that is close to my heart, to have that one moved. So this card deck is about that. Let's get this one. Oh, Justice. But this is a Dutch deck, so that's why you see it in Dutch. Your career or mission as twin flames creates honesty and protection for others that need you. That's true. When you go to the true consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union, you will find your true mission there. And it will be just. It will be God's justice that is at play there in your union. And you'll find that very specific color of it, sensual way of it that belongs to your union. And you let God's justice work through you and then help others. And because your harmonious twin flame union is the core of that, is the anchor of that, you'll create miracles for others too. And that is one of the beautiful secrets of twin flame union, that it is also about opening up towards your true mission in union, towards helping others. And that is also how you sustain your union. And that is also how you'll attract your abundance in your union. And who doesn't want that? Beautiful. There were a lot of fairies that wanted to help too. And last year we found out that the fae or the fairies, they are emanations from Divine Mother. Now, you may know that most readings and things and healing, the healing that I give and do, and the twin flame healing that I give and do, is all in collaboration also with, particularly with Divine Mother. And I think we're going to go for this one. So these are emanations from Divine Mother. But today's concept is that we do a reading specifically with the energy of the core of my union, and then I invite the Master Magician to help me with that one too. But a lot of the time I say that we work with Divine Mother. And so the fairies are emanations from Divine Mother. They wanted to come in this reading, and here is one of them. Lady Luna's magic. Synchronize with the moon time and energy. Well, it seems that again, we're asked to synchronize with our divine feminine methodology in the soul hospital that creates your union in 2026. And that sensual, beautiful, peaceful, fertile, divine feminine, beauty, dancing kind of energy that is extending peace and protection that heals the soul. That is the energy that is here for us in 2026 to bathe in, to get everything done, because you're so surrounded by that nurturing energy that you feel in your senses and your body and your energy and your being here. That is what you'll find inside when you step inside that soul hospital for twin flame union. That is what you'll find. It embraces you and it cuddles you and it loves you. And you feel that. Yeah, you feel that, man. Let's get the other fairy deck that also wanted to help us. Let's have a look. What wanted to come out here? Let's see if I already see the one that wants to come out. Yeah, I'm seeing this one. So we'll take it. Slow, like a snail. There's the snail and the fairy that watches it. Being slow, grounding, listening to the heartbeat of the earth. She listens to the heartbeat of the earth, yeah. Subtle energies. So it's not only an energy of sensuality and divine feminine beauty and nurturing and protection, but it's also that of slowing down and grounding and listening to the earth. Yeah, beautiful. That is what you will find when you step into the hospital for the soul in 2026. That is the womb in which you will receive everything when you can receive that you need for your union to move through that transitional space, the healing space, move through the, how shall we call that, transformation that'll bring you everything. Twin flame union, the romance of eternity. Yeah, it will just open up everything that you always dreamed of. It unlocks the heart space that connects to the soul and through the soul with God. It wants to give everything to you. Not only your twin flame, but also your mission and every other thing that you ever wanted. And that can also be unbelievable, but it is a secret of twin flames. It's really true. If it weren't true, grounded, sobered up, logic, normal in harmonious union to consciousness state, if it weren't that, I would never say that. Because I'm not here to bullshit you around. But it's just the truth. So, Divine Mother wants to say something. That's sweet. She does, you know. We talked about the emanations of Divine Mother. And she also, of course, the boss needs to speak as well. Our Lady of Passion. Look at these beautiful roses and the passion of her heart that is red just like the roses. And then we see her lips that are so red as well. The passion. Our Lady of Passion. Let's have a look what she says. 9. I know the secret fire that burns in your heart. Even if you cannot remember it deep within, you will yearn for its excitement, energy, and direction. I bring you a gift of awakening to that passion within, a gift of remembering your purpose, a gift of energy, direction, and endless divine support to manifest your passionate purpose in this lifetime. Dare to dream of your fulfillment, beloved. I bring you the resources you need to succeed so that all of this planet may benefit from your heart on fire with divine, passionate purpose. And Mary Magdalene, this is her oracle deck. She also wants to speak to us, the twin flame of Jesus. And she talks about color, which is about the life force energy as it is expressed in the world, is about feelings of all kinds, the passionate feelings of all kinds in the world, in your incarnation, in your expression, in how you interact. May it be passionate and colorful. Just like your heart desires. That's why we now look for a moment into the Oracle of the Roses. And the card is called Sub Rosa. Hidden right under your eyes, mysteries. Learn and teach. Well, the mystery school, that's what we're talking about. That is the womb of life in which you heal yourself to that completeness where your twin flame is naturally part of you and your completeness and your wholeness. I mean, there's no way that it would not. And in a way that makes it sustainable and natural and eternal. Let's have a look in one more deck that talks about Divine Mother through the Isis cards. Isis is the name of Divine Mother in the ancient Egyptian world. And we have Step into the Healing Chamber. That's the name of the card. Card 9. Healing in the Divine Chamber of Lady Isis. Do you see that black door or like curtain, and behind that is a door between the two pillars on the card? Don't you think that that is the exact same void, the dark space, as the womb in the very first card that we had? Here was the first card, Akbal, the black card, the womb, the void, where everything is already true. And yeah, Isis brings the same thing. So in the end, the Master Magician and Divine Mother through Isis, they talk also, in the end, actually the same language. That's how you see that. Let's have a look, a peek into what kind of spiritual and psychological lessons we can expect in that womb. with the according oracle card decks. Oh, oh, well, from the spiritual one, two of them flew out, so we're just gonna take them. Here they are. They're in Dutch. I will translate it now on the fly. The satisfaction of spiritual knowledge can also be a mistake for you when this knowledge doesn't live through you. And the other one is you can't make the river flow faster than it is. All right. We have to live. We have to live the dark void where your twin flame union is true. It's not an idea only. You have to live it. You have to step into it. You have to do the tool that makes it work for you, that makes it true for you, which is the central tool for twin flame inner work that is called Key. It has 4 steps. We have 3 versions of it. The psychological deck, and I have chosen the card. But let me finish my thoughts about the spiritual insight cards. So you need to live that idea of stepping into the womb, becoming whole in the hospital of the soul in 2026. You have to live it through doing the inner work, through stepping into our relationship and not keeping it outside or keeping it like a TV. And then you step into the river. Then you step into the flow that will bring you your twin flame union, your mission, all the riches that come from it too. And then we have this psychological card. Let me translate it for you on the fly. In love, I am not dependent on others. Love is a state of being. Love is a state of being. I'm not dependent on others. You're not dependent on your twin flame to make 2026 a good healing year in which you can step into your union together. Love is something that comes from within you and then spreads out to your twin flame. And because you are twin flames, when you genuinely do that through doing the inner work, they will do the same and their love will well up in them and go to you. And I see that every time with my students, that is just the truth and that's how it works, because that is the construction of life itself. You will not get it from your twin flame. You will get it from the source from which both of you are emanations. That's how it works. So you're not dependent on them. You will just be together when you step into that true flow. And not flow as a new idea, and not flow as, oh, it sounds cool and trendy, but the reality of it. And there's the opportunity to do that in 2026. Let's get some letters and numbers. Isn't that a great idea? to have that too. Let's see what we could have in 2026. Let's see what kind of letters and numbers and smiley faces and hearts come out. And if we can make something of that. Well, the first already is on my table. Okay, this is it. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Let's have a look. So this one threw itself on my table first. Well, the J in my language, my mother tongue, that's the first letter of the two-letter word yes, but then in Dutch. So it makes me think about a yes. So it makes me think about, that everything that we've talked about is a real yes. And this is a real yes year for you. If you would allow yourself to say yes to everything that we talked about in this hour, then you will have it. The union, the twin flame, everything. Yeah, also in 2026. So I see a 2, a 5, a 1. I see 2 eyes. I see a C, an L, an F, a W, a V, an N, a Q, and an O, but I think this is a 0, but we might use them for both. So we have 0, 1, 2, 5. We have the J of yes, but then in Dutch, ja. With 2 eyes, I'm just going to sort of shuffle this around a bit, see if this makes me think about something that could be relevant. Well, the 2 eyes can also be 2, like the Roman numerals 2, and also the twin flame. And also 11 is also a very twin flamey number. So, yes, and the twin flames. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I just put the C, L, V, F, Q, W, N in a circle. And that feels good. That's funny. And then I have 0, 1, 2, 5. I also feel always into the 9-point energy system that I created with Divine Mother for us twin flames to support the central inner work with the key tool for twin flames with an actual energy system with 9 points. And then I created that and it's published in my book and whatnot. But then I always see the numbers also as expressions of these energy points. And that would be like the middle of the earth and below your feet and your legs and base energy. Uh, like below the under point of your spine, and then the 5, which is the heart. So it's like grounding in the heart. That's what it feels to me like a little bit. And now I talked about anchoring into the middle of the earth, and I have the C, the L, the V, the F, the Q, the W, and the N in a circle, which feels to me like the whole earth, like all the letters, like all the places on the earth, all the continents of the earth. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters they are around the earth. That's what it feels to me like. It's like grounding in the heart on earth in 2026 to be with your twin flame. And now I see the L and the V as love. It's also almost already Valentine's Day. What about that? LV, that's how I see love. So and now I see sort of the W and the F as a sort of like, what the fuck is going on with my love? And I see the Q as a sort of a question, like the question. That is what that means, of course. Like, what the fuck is going on with my love life? That's the question. And then I have NC, which is some sort of I see an abbreviation of no contact in that, NC. But then what we're going to do is we are going to turn that around in 2026 between you and your twin flame. Of course, we're not going to go for no contact, but we're going to answer that question with the yes that fell on my table. So that no contact, that door that is closed, will open up for you, and we go for the yes so that the twin flame will come out. There they are, the two eyes next to each other, the two pillars between which we have the void, the black hole, the darkness, the opening of the womb of the pillar of Lady Isis, the two pillars that have the opening to the room, the healing room of Lady Isis. That is the same as the womb of Akbal that we got through the Master Magician's card deck. And that is what will be the energy for you in 2026 for your union. Let's connect in this year. What about that? I'm looking forward to it. I bow for the primordial truth. I bow for the value of creation. I bow for the truth of beauty. I bow for everything true and of purity. Manifest creativity. Creator of us all, be with me when I open to connect with myself. When I uncover the creative source to retrieve her, the way you placed it inside of me, and the way in which the exact same source moves and guides you as well. O divine Creator, make that I will be receptive to your voice and lead me to the rhythm of your breath, so that I will find the movement that leads me, find words for it, and can experience the being of them openly. Thank you for the abundance that is received in this moment. Thank you for the power that makes that I receive this moment. Om. Amen. Your next step. Don't forget to actually start the process and jump on the team. Actively come to our community, start doing the correct inner work, and ask the support you deserve through our services so that we can start a relationship that will lead you to your harmonious union and beyond. When you're not in a relationship, you're not on the team, and you can't expect the results I'm talking about. You can come to your strategy session to speak together on your options, and that you can reach at creativeuniverse.earth/strategy session. The show notes. You can, however, support this ongoing live Twin Flame news as such. Make it possible as co creator. Without your participation and financial gifts, I cannot do anything because we need to have an energetic and verbal visual exchange for things to make sense and to know what I need to talk about for you. And also, we're on Earth, and that necessarily always works with money as a means to make sacred content actually physically flow. Therefore, I post the show notes in Patreon. Come over and enjoy. Have influence on the broadcasts. Don't miss out on the behind the scenes experience on patreon.com/PEJ at Creative Universe, and also in the description below and in the pinned comment below. January's Patreon subscriber action is At this time, you can come to me for a series of 12 weekly key sessions in which we do your inner work for your twin flame union for €500 instead of 700. The info about it is at creativeuniverse.earth/key session. This is normally also for Facebook group members only, and right now that is not a prerequisite when you make use of this deal, for which you, of course, first need to be second tier Patreon member. When you would want this deal, ask me for a pay link and we'll start as soon as possible. This is one of the small options that I offer. The other small option is going to my Facebook group. There you can study the key tool with downloads, videos, and posts, and much more things that are just resources there. You can make use of two group specific small services like a reading and a session there too when you are inside the Facebook group. The Patreon and the Facebook group together form a group of small, beautiful, nurturing first aid kind of options that you just can enter. And I certainly advise for you to do so. The real work, however, and fully going to your true twin flame in your harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, and beyond, and the mission beyond, and all the other things beyond, they ask from you to go even deeper with me in co-creation than these first options. And that is going to be beautiful too. I am Petra, in the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union since March 2020. Worked with the new Christ Masters on Earth right now to roll this consciousness state out so everyone can enjoy the abundant life with their true twin flame soon enough after going in with me right here. Don't search any further. You found what you were looking for. Om. Amen.